Hey YouTube, thought I'd do a short video. I'm out here on my mile marker 84 on the river trail here, standing straight up on you. It's pretty nasty out here. The humidity is way up there. It's 75, 76 degrees with about a dew point of 70 some degrees. So everything's staying wet. I want to talk to you guys about an upcoming change to bike prices. There's going to be a big spike in bike prices for the majority of manufacturers, or I should say importers. Most of these bikes are made, electric bikes are made in China and imported to the United States by companies, import companies like Aventon, Radwagon, Electric, Archer. I could go on with the names. There's a few exceptions. The one bikes out of Canada won't be going up that much, so it might give them an economic advantage. They're importers too, but they import to Canada and then sell bikes to the to people in the United States, and they're exempt from the import duties. So basically, import duties are going up to 25%, but what there was an exemption for a couple years on, or I don't even know how many years, but at least 3 or 4 years on e-bikes from China, where you could they took the import duty off the bikes and they came into the country basically customs free to a point. They still paid some customs or import taxes, but they weren't like they're going to be, where the manufacturers, unless they have a big margin built into their bikes, are going to raise bike prices probably 25%. I don't think there'll be many bike companies will be immune from this. This Trek I'm riding, this Verve, was made in Taiwan, so it's not going, prices for most of the Treks won't go up. I don't even think Trek makes any bikes in China. I think, well, that ain't true. The low-end pedal bikes. But this mainly affects electric mobility, the micro-mobility category. So hoverboards, scooters, and e-bikes. The import tax is exemptions expiring on June 10th, and it's going to go up quite a bit. And that's going to hurt the industry quite a bit, because up to this point, some of the bikes were just plain simple unaffordable, and now they're going to be even farther out of reach for more people. Electric's got their Light 2.0 that they're still selling at $7.99, but we'll see how much that goes up to when they have to start paying tax. Now, it won't be 25% of what you see at the end. It'll be 25% of what the value of the bike is coming into the country. Bike manufacturers or importers do not make bikes. Some of them assemble some of the bikes in the United States, but for the vast majority of them, they just buy a completed bike with their name on it. Now, it's all about quantity. The more they buy, the less they pay for the bike, but it's still, they're paying a manufacturer in China just to put their product name on their bike by how many bikes they purchase. Decides how much they pay, how it can be customized, all kinds of things. But in the short of it is, none of them really manufacture bikes in the United States. At the most, they assemble bikes in the United States. They may not even do that. Few of them import frame sets and then buy Chinese parts to put on them, but it's still, if it's anything to do with an electric bike, whether it's complete or incomplete, there will be an import tax on it, and the import taxes on all that stuff's going up 25%. So maybe it'll even out the playing field for some American companies who might be able to sell bikes a little cheaper. And if you look at your bike and it says Bosch or some other Japanese company or German company on it, the chances are the import taxes won't be going up on those items. I wanted to give you a heads up. It's not going to be the end of the world, but for some, it'll put e-bikes out of reach. I don't know why they decided to do this, because there isn't really that many manufacturers in the United States that make e-bikes that most people can afford. You can bet that the Walmart bikes are all going to go up. So they're all made in China, and Walmart puts their name on it. So that being said, I hope those of you that have been on the fence about buying bikes get out there and do it this week, and those that aren't on the fence and just don't care, you should. It could affect your future. Give this a thought. How many people are almost to the point they can't afford a car anymore? When the average transaction's like $48,000, it's going to come down to, do I buy a car or do I buy a house pretty soon? Because cars are getting so expensive. They've done all this creative financing over the past few years, so people are stuck in cars that are ready to be replaced, but they can't afford to replace them. How much longer will it be in your personal situation before you won't be able to afford a car and you're stuck riding a bicycle or public transportation if you have access to it at all? Give that some thought. Have a great day.